Oh my goodness. So I told you that I'm getting married December 26, 2026. Mrs. Livingston is loading. So let me just give you a quick, update or, you know, overview. Known him for years, known him for over 20 years. He started out as a brother. We were in the same organization together, being friends. That turned into a business relationship, and that has turned into a loving relationship. And now I am engaged. Now, why am I doing a quick rundown? Because I have recorded this video 6 times. Because I just don't know how to say what to say, how to say it, where to start. I don't know. So, like I said, we belong to the same organization. And he was just always the consistent brother, just always, anytime you needed him for something, he was there. He was all in. I didn't really look at him like that kind of guy because I was always like everybody else. I used to be always trying to find him a wife, find him somebody to hook them up with, find them somebody, right? And so I thought that's how it was going to be with him. Well, nobody I hooked him up did it ever work. And of course, I didn't look at him that way because I was married. And when I was married, I just had tunnel vision. Like the only man I saw or existed, breathed, slept, ate, thought about was my husband when I was married. But anyway, and so I didn't see him that way. I just saw him as a very genuine, wonderful person, just a wonderful person, right? And no matter I set him up with, it never worked. Or anytime I tried to find him somebody, it just never like actually led to him actually meeting somebody and actually talking to them. Or, even meeting a person, talking to a person. It just never panned out. But anyway, fast forward. Then we had some business dealings. That was awesome. He owns a rig. He's not a truck driver. That's not his business. He owns one because his dad gave him one. So because he had the rig, he was able to do some work for me that I needed. If I needed some units moved and stuff, he would, especially if I was I'm in a bind. He was always the person I would call. And of course, it's mutually beneficial because, yeah, of course, I'm paid the guy. And that friendship just always remained so platonic, and it just kind of started evolving. Um, in recent times, I appreciate that he honored my wishes as far as this relationship cannot be sex focused. Like I'm in my 20s. I made it very clear without having to go into detail. That's not what I want. I want something that is real, and sex is not the focal point of why we are what we are. And he agreed. He had never had a relationship where he didn't engage in premarital sex. He had living girlfriends. He had been engaged before. That didn't work out. And so he and I were in agreement with that. And I appreciate, and that's what made me start realizing that I was starting to look at him and love him differently because never know temptation, never know. Let me see if I can tempt her to do it. Let me see if I do this, can I get this? It hasn't been that way. There's been instances, however, when he has said, I think we really need to cut this date short because he'll just make statements like, I'm going there. I'm going there. So I think, we need to wrap this up. So I'm going there. I don't want to go there. We need to wrap this up. We need to wrap it up. So And I it's funny in the moment, but at the same time, it is so heartwarming that he respect my boundaries. He respect what I want to do. I appreciate his wisdom in the sense of him being man enough to say, I don't see it a problem that you're not just putting everything out there. If I spend my life with you or not, some things you should be able to keep to yourself and value that without me feeling entitled to it. And what he was talking about was how I had to divulge every single thought in my brain, in my skull, in my being to my ex. And I realized that turned into being used sometimes as a weapon of choice. And I realized that was just from the toxic dynamic. And so I didn't want that. So now I don't do that for anybody. I'm only going to share what I feel comfortable sharing. And I know that's beneficial and wise and good, safe to share. So putting it all out there like that, no, I don't do that anymore. But him deeming that as wisdom and valuable and understandable instead of criticizing it, or him being strong enough to not be on this craziness that they on nowadays. Just being a self-assured man is so much easier to be with than somebody who's living with an ego or a pseudo personality that is rooted in a low self-esteem and low self-worth. Not only that, having similar upbringing. I'm a country girl in heart, but I'm a city girl at the same time. Right. So there's a duality to my life, and Jeremy's the same way. I love that. So before trail rides and all of this and horses became trendy, that's a part of my upbringing. So to have somebody who love grilling as much as I do, love four wheelers as much as I do, love motorcycles as much as I do, it just makes things easier, and we connect on that level as well. Having somebody that just the way Jeremy, like if you were in the house with Jeremy, you would love being in the house with Jeremy, to be honest with you. He just creates his presence, he creates this atmosphere that is very loving, is very safe, it's peaceful. You're gonna laugh. You get what I'm saying? He's a gentleman. I just love being with Jeremy because of who Jeremy is as a person. His heart makes me smile, right? So I love being able to love in the way that makes sense to me and makes me feel good about being able to love the way I feel comfortable doing it, and also being comfortable to receive the way Jeremy loves makes it easier because it's not a weapon. Or the way I love being I'm a very giving person, thoughtful person. So I'm one who believe in all love languages. I operate in all of them, right? And so it's so beautiful to have somebody who are willing to let you love them without them feeling insecure or feeling intimidated because of you loving them and pouring love on them. It's beautiful to see someone who are able to receive it and appreciate it, and it makes them happy, not intimidated, or it is hard to describe it. He just lights up everything about when you're around him. Not just for me, but Jeremy's just that way. He's always been that way. Everybody who knows Jeremy knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is why so many people respect him. So many people love him. Jeremy's just that guy. Big as he is, way taller than me. He's a tall guy. He's 6'7". I'm little next to him. I'm a little lady next to Jeremy. But He's a big guy. He's a big guy. And so he's massive. But if you're looking at him, you might think he gonna knock you across the room. He's just a big teddy bear. He's just a big ball of love. And that's what everybody has always known about Jeremy. You need something, you going through something, like his heart is just he's emotionally intelligent, if that makes sense. His mama raised him right. I tell her that all the time. You raised him right. Like you, ma'am, dear, you got it all right. Your son, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man. And it's crazy because everybody was like, this makes sense. We don't know why it makes sense, but the two of you, it makes sense. It makes sense. And it looks good. Like both of you are just, you fit. You just, and I love him so much. He's just, I can't, I don't know where to start it. I don't. I didn't think finding my person was possible again because I've already had a guy I was engaged to, good guy. And because of that, and then I was married for over 20 years, for me, I just felt like a part of me deep inside was like, you've 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 maxed out the stats already, ma'am, right? You've had five different men who have asked you to marry them. Right. Well, no, the six. So you've had five different men ask you to marry them, present you with rings, and you have been married over 20 years. You know, I didn't think it was the odds. Like, what are the odds of that? The other ones, yeah, they asked me to marry them, but the only one that followed through, like planning our lives together and knew our career plans together and all of that, was the one I was officially engaged to, and then my husband. So I didn't see that as a possibility for me because, I mean, that doesn't happen for anyone, you know? It just doesn't. And here I am. And I think a sneaking part of me still feel that way. That like is this really, really happening right now? Or, you know, yeah, that's it. Is this really, really happening right now? Because I've been married, I've already had an official engagement. I've, you know, I've done this before. This is not the way it goes for everyone, you know? Not the people I know. That this is not how it goes. So why should it go this way for me? You know? I shouldn't. Even though I've known him all of these years, is this too fast? Is this too soon? Um, it don't feel like it. It don't seem like it neither. I don't know if it's because how long I've known him. That might be why I don't feel as hesitant about it. I just, I absolutely love him, and I can't wait to see what life is gonna look like. Um, sorry. um, oh my goodness, sorry. Um, I can't wait to see what life looks like for us, you know? I can't wait to see, you know. I'm thankful that I'm not seeing any repeats. I'm not seeing anything like, oh, this is familiar to me. I'm not. And that's refreshing for me too. The reason why we're doing the long engagement too is because I just that was my doing, um, not his. But I had to talk him into that. But oh my God, I didn't talk him into it. Believe it or not, we had to play cards. We had to play cards for me to win the wedding date that I wanted. So I had to win it. I couldn't just. But yeah, yeah. So that's it. If you have questions, just ask the questions because now I feel like I'm just rambling. Um, oh my God. Um, because it's different when you're talking to your girlfriends and stuff, and they've been with you the whole dating journey and stuff. So, mhm, yeah, you don't know what to tell complete strangers first, or how much to tell them when you're talking about the man of your life. I mean, you don't know what to tell them. Tell them. So you're gonna have to answer you're gonna have to ask your questions, and then I answer you. How about that, dear darling, honey? God, it's so I'm so thankful that focal point isn't sex. Like we both understood that because when you're young, when I thought about it, I was like, well, I was so young when I got married, and when you're young and get married like that, you are having 2-3 hour marathon sex sessions on a regular, at least 5 days out of the week. I know we were, that's no exaggeration. 2-3 hours every time. And so then that turns into you're either at work or you're at school. But if you're not at work at school, you're barely eating, you're barely surviving because all you're doing is a whole lot of the devil's bed. Honey, I'm serious. And so now, you know, that's not the focal point. You're older, you want to make sure you get what I'm saying. Like, we're not doing that cohabitating stuff. And, you know, it's no distractions. I'm dealing with you. We dealing with each other head to head. You know, what you see is what you get, the personality, all of that, flaws and all. You get what I'm saying? Neither one of us are perfect. Trust me. We're not perfect. I'm not definitely perfect, but we get that. So we deal with the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, as it comes with no problems, and I need to see it. I don't need no distractions. You introduce sex, all of a sudden you ain't even thinking right no more. You're not. Think about it. Think about it. It goes clean out the window. Every reservation, hesitation you had, you have forgotten about it. You have been led astray. You cannot see no more. You ain't thinking right. And be wanting to windmill, fight, or shank something if they try to call something common sense to your attention. Am I lying? Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Huh? Okay. So our goal is we have agreed to have a formal black tie wedding because I didn't want just the wedding party in formal wear attire. I want everyone to be in formal wear attire. I want it to be momentous for everyone. So the only thing we got to figure out, we still have time though. The only thing we got to figure out if we're gonna do this stateside or do it abroad. I really want to do it abroad. I don't want to do it stateside. There's nowhere pretty enough stateside to me. I mean, of course I could be wrong, but I just it would be nice to, do it abroad. He's saying, as many people want to attend, they won't be able to, and people got kids and stuff, and we got to think about that and schools and stuff. And like, man, ain't nobody worrying about nobody churn. Like, we grown. Like, we ain't got no school age kids. Like, whatever, man. Whatever. Like, I'm not, that is not for us to figure out. But I know how he is. He's going to think about other people. That's just. that's just how he is all of the time, y'all. For real. Like, he's very considerate, very considerate. And that's why I love him so much. Like, he's and it means so much to him, not just, the little kids. He love kids too, but friends and family mean a big deal. Like, that is a huge deal to him. So I get it. We just gonna have to find a way to compromise, because I am determined to have this whole beach, you know, like island, tropical, fireworks, um, ocean backdrop, experience, but may not be possible if we can't compromise on each other. We might just be sitting at a lake somewhere. Oh my Lord. Oh Lord, have mercy. Oh my God. Uh, no, we're not gonna be spending that lake. No. Even though he a country boy, he is a country boy. Lord have mercy. He is country. I mean, I'm gonna tell you the kind of country he is. He knows how to make charcoal from wood. He makes his own charcoal whenever he's grilling. Now, we both love grilling, but I would never. I and no one else would never be able to handle a grill the way Jeremy handles a grill. Now, if it was possible, I would make him cater our reception. I'm serious. I would. I would. I would. Because let me tell you something. Yeah. It'll make you hurt yourself and hurt somebody else. The food slaps every time. Now, that is something I love. That joke is sick when it comes to cooking. Like, it's amazing. He can cook. I mean, really good cook. But that darn barbecue, baby, you find somebody who take an axe and chopping wood. You standing there watching somebody taking an axe and chopping wood, then take the wood and use the wood to cook your food. Like, come on now. Come on now. When you gotta see something like that nowadays? Like, I'm not kidding you. You standing there and he is going to town with an axe. I mean, he have the wood on top of a wood stump, and he is chopping wood, like real wood. He is slinging this axe, baby. And you done cook my food? Like, you cook my food with the, I just watch you take the wood. You just been chopping wood. And you done took the wood and put it in there and cook my food. Okay. Okay. It tastes like you don't put your soul in this food. Like, you don't put your last ounce of life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But this food this food tastes like you went before the throne of God on my behalf. I'm telling you. Oh my God. If it was possible, I would definitely make this joke of can I own wedding and you cook for your own wedding. Oh my God. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's another part. This joke. Yeah. Um I guess he said, well, we not, I guess he said she ain't, we ain't sleeping together. I gotta find some kind of way to connect with her. So I gotta find some kind of way. So I guess he chose food and it sure works. So let me stop. Lord have mercy. I am going to bed. I am going to bed. We were out and about today and we did some stuff together. And that was fun. That was fun. So he's heading back home and I am back home. He done dropped me off. So he headed back home. He'll call me when he get it. So that'll probably be about, what time is it now? Okay. He'll call me. It'll probably be about 4:30. He'll call me. I call him before I go to sleep. Let him know I'm going to sleep and stuff. So FaceTime him real quick. I'm sorry for laughing like that, y'all, but I'm sorry. Cutting up with the little Jamaican music. Hey, come on now. Go ahead, Shabaranks. Okay. Yep. 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 Mm-hmm. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, school bell ring. Hey, 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 hey. Come on, come on. Hey. Lord, I ain't in the video. Lord have mercy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.